What's up, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Langston. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Today we're going to talk about reverse weeding. This is something that I feel like Cricut beginners need to know, especially if you like to use smaller fonts or smaller SVGs that you might have a hard time weeding the traditional way. That is when reverse weeding comes in and can really change the game for certain projects. So if you're a beginner, this is a great video for you all to watch. Before we get started, I wanted to invite you guys, it is completely free for you to subscribe down below and ring that bell to get notified when more videos like this come out. It takes 2 seconds, no cost to you, and every little bit helps. We absolutely love gaining new subscribers, and we are so thankful for each and every one of you. The supplies for today could not be any simpler. We have our Cricut here. You can use any Cricut that you have. Today we're using an Explorer 3. We have a Cricut mat with us. This is a standard grit mat. We have a scrap piece of adhesive vinyl. This is our favorite brand from 143 Vinyl. It's StarCraft. I will link it below, as well as all the other supplies we use. And we have some clear transfer tape. This is our favorite really big bulk roll from Amazon. It's usually under 20 bucks and it will last you forever. We love it. Along with these supplies, we're going to be using a couple of miscellaneous Cricut tools here. We're going to be using a brayer, the True Control knife, a weeding tool, things like that. So we're going to dive on into Design Space, but before we do, I wanted to let you guys know, if you're watching this and you are a Cricut beginner, you are in the right place. Here at Oak and Lamb, along with their incredible membership community filled with cut files and courses and member-only videos and free commercial use licensing and the exclusive Facebook group, we have also just added an incredible beginner Cricut course to help you master your Cricut super quickly. So if you are new to Cricut and you need to know basically everything about it, we have a course for that. You will learn everything from what comes in the box to your Cricut, to how to use vinyl, how to use iron-on, how to print and cut, how to calibrate your machine, and more. We deep dive into Design Space and share with you all the knowledge you need to get started with your machine. Taking a leap and buying this machine was a big investment. So go ahead and invest in yourself and invest in your machine and learn all there is to know about it. That incredible Cricut course is completely free to members of Oak and Lamb. And right now we are running an incredible sale through the Christmas season for $45 off our yearly membership here. That's using the code JINGLE at checkout. So definitely use that code, grab your membership. You can click the very first link down below and start crafting right now. You will absolutely love everything that the membership has to offer, especially that beginner Cricut course. Okay, I have just chosen a font here and welded or united this together. This is what we're going to be using. This is just my last name, but this is a great example of what you would want to use reverse weeding for. Small, intricate words or phrases or designs and things like that is exactly what you'd want to use reverse weeding for. Now, once I demonstrate it, it'll become a little bit clearer to you as well. But we're not going to do anything fancy here. We're just going to leave this as is. Now, if you need help working with fonts and Design Space, if you need help learning the in and outs in Design Space, again, that beginner Cricut course that is free to Oak and Lamb members will be your saving grace. It's phenomenal. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. So this is what we're going to be using today, and this is quite big. So we're going to make this small. We're going to make this about let's do like 5 inches wide, and it'll be a little over 2 inches high, 2 inches tall. So we have our correct Cricut selected. Now we're going to click make it, continue, and we'll connect to our machine here. And now we will work with our material settings. So we're going to be using the premium vinyl removable mat setting. And now we can go ahead and apply our material onto our mat and get this cut out and start reverse weeding. With our mats, we're always going to be working in the top left-hand corner. And again, this is just a scrap. And I'm actually not going to trim this. I'm just going to use the scrap as is. So I'm just going to place it on my mat, use my brayer, and bray this down just like so. And you know, materials And terminology like I'm using here, vinyl and braying and burnishing and weeding and things like that. If you're super, super new to the Cricut world, those are going to be a bit confusing as well. And like I have mentioned before, we do have some great terminology in that Cricut course. We have a whole video just on terminology, as well as an incredible printable guide that you guys can print out or use digitally that'll help you day to day with terminology for your Cricut, or blade charts and blade explanations and definitions, even like what mat to use when. That type of thing can really stump a lot of Cricut beginners because there are different colors and different grips of mats, so you know when to use them, when not to is really helpful as well, and that is chock full in that printable resource in our Cricut beginner course. So we're going to take this and load it into our Cricut. Just like that. Load it up, and we'll let this cut out. Okay, now that we have that cut out, the first thing that we're going to do is take our true control knife and we're going to cut around our design. Now, I don't think that you can see it. You might can see it a little bit there, but I can see where the Cricut has cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut right around that and remove this piece, and we'll have another great scrap piece to add to our collection. And now, go ahead and pop the cap back on that true control knife. We're going to grab a brayer and a weeding tool for right now. So we're going to go ahead and bray this down. And now we're going to take our transfer tape. At this point, this is when you would go in there and weed this just like normal. But reverse weeding, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. So we're going to take our transfer tape and cut a little piece off for us, just like so. This is really great transfer tape, again, if you're looking for some. And now we'll trim this up here to fit our design a little bit better. Perfect. And you want it to fit just like that. You want it to fit pretty well on your design. It can overlap it a little bit, that's fine as well. But you're just going to take the backing off of this, and if you saw how I did that, I take this like a corner and I just pinch it down, and it pulls that transfer tape right up because it folds the backing down, so it's super easy. Now you're wanting to cover your entire design here with transfer tape. Get your brayer back out and bray this down. Now you guys are probably like, Rachel, what are you doing? So this is all part of the process of reverse weeding. Now you're going to remove this from your mat, how we always do, backwards, just like that. Now you're going to take a corner and pinch it down just like I did, and it'll help this backing come up. Just like this. If pieces are wanting to come up for you, go ahead and just use a finger to press them back down, just like that. And the reason why you would want to use reverse weeding sometimes is for intricate cuts like this. So what you're wanting to do is remove everything you don't want from this design at this point. You're going to be removing it now. So instead of weeding it the traditional way, you're basically going to weed it a little bit funny. So we're going to weed it like this, and what we want in our design should stay down on the transfer tape, because if you all know, sometimes when you have a design that's a little bit more intricate, or maybe the letters are a little bit thin, they want to pull up while you're weeding it the traditional way. This flips that on its head quite literally, and takes away that from happening. So here we have some super intricate letters that have been weeded beautifully. So now we're going to take our traditional weeding tool and go in here and carefully peel up the rest of our design that we don't want, only leaving the parts that we do. And now we don't have to worry about our vinyl coming up while we're, if we were weeding it the traditional way. It's just kind of a foolproof way to weed trickier images like this. So anything super fine, super small. And I did this design a little bit larger just so you could see it a bit better for the training video. But you could do this method, of course, with very, very small images. That's kind of the point. That's why we like to use it. That's what it's used best for. So all you do is place your transfer tape on your design before you even weed it. Weed the backing off and then weed off your excess vinyl just like normal, except now you're leaving the part that you want, and instead of leaving it on the backing, you're leaving it on the transfer tape. So there is just so much less room for error here, and look at that. How beautiful. Ready to place, ready to transfer on something super simple. We didn't have any issue of these little tails or these little thin parts wanting to come up on us at all. So that is how you reverse weed. What did you think of reverse weeding? Wasn't it way easier than you were probably thinking? I bet it was. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget, like I mentioned before, like the video, subscribe down below. If you're a Cricut beginner and you want to learn more things like this, check out Oak and Land with that free, amazing Cricut course included that will get you on your way to Cricut success. We love to create confident Cricut crafters, and through that course, you will most certainly be a confident Cricut crafter. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to check out the link down below to join Oak and Lamb, and I will see you guys another day for another video.